Hey guys, this is another quick update video on my final project for CS50's web programming with Python and JavaScript. In this video, I want to show you the list application inside my website called Together and walk you through a simple example of how the WebSocket connection works for a particular action. If you're curious about the website or about the languages and frameworks I'm using to build this project, you can check out my previous video linked in the upper right hand corner. The source code and video links are all in the description below as well. This list application will work in real time between you and another connected user. We will log in to two separate accounts on two separate clients to demonstrate this. In this list application, we have the main view, which shows all the currently available lists in the room. We can delete a list, and as you can see, the other client will see the update automatically without having to refresh the page. If the other user is inside the list being deleted, he or she will be kicked out of the list and see the updated main view after that. We can create a new list, which takes the user to the list view, and again, the other client will be updated automatically. In here, we can add new items, and it'll update automatically if the other user is in the same room. We can check items off, as well as edit the content. Of course, we can also delete the items when we're done. So yeah, these are the main features for the list applications as of now. Alright, let's take deleting a list item as an example and walk through a quick overview of how such an action is implemented, starting from the front end. First, every time we log in or enter our room, we create a new WebSocket object or instance using JavaScript's WebSocket API. This will manage the WebSocket connection to the server. This is the URL that the server will respond to, and it is unique for each room. For now, this is the same for any client for simplicity. These properties on open and on close simply defines what should happen when the WebSocket connection is open or closed. So what happens when we remove a list item? Well, when we click on the delete button, we invoke this onClick function, which we defined called handle remove item, that takes in the list item ID. In this handler function, we are simply calling the WebSocket's send method to send a set of information to the server. Here, the information we're sending is just a command string and a list item ID. In the back end, the Django server will receive the message through this URL pattern, and the data will be directed to the route's consumer and processed accordingly. Now, when the consumer receives the data, it will go through this receive method, which converts the JSON string to a Python dictionary and invoke a function that was specified by the command string. In this case, we are looking for the remove list item function. Here, we simply look for the item with the given item ID and delete it from our database. This content dictionary will then be passed to this method and broadcasted to each connected socket in the group through this group send method. This type key is the name of the method that will be invoked when a consumer in the group receives this broadcast, which we have defined here. For us, this simply means sending back the content dictionary to each of the respective clients. And back in the client, we have specified what happens when a WebSocket receives data from the server by setting the onMessage property. Since the command sent back is called removedListItem, this particular if case is run. This block of code simply updates the current list by filtering out the deleted item. So yeah, that was a quick run through of what happens when we delete a list item. This was of course not an extensive analysis of the system, so if you're confused or have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to update you again soon. Thanks!